Well, hello. Oh, sorry about that. Hello there. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me turn my microphone down just a smidge. How is everybody? Welcome. Charmony is in the house. Can I still say that? In the house? I don't think I could say that when I was younger. Maybe it's come full circle. Hey, Charmony. Who else we got? Typical 8 says, hey. Welcome everyone. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee from my awesome mug that I found in our kitchen area. I hope I can be seen. I hope I can be heard. I was going to say I hope I can't be felt, because that'd be weird. Tetris says, hey Matt. Hey Tetris, how's it going? So how is everybody? Tetris. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, it matches your name, Tetris. Sort of. No, it doesn't. No, I'm thinking of Tetris and I'm thinking of Rubik's. No, they're very different things. It's been a long day. Everything looks and sounds right. Excellent. Thanks for confirming that for me. Typical. Yeah, so like I say, welcome to the stream. We usually cover this part off of the stream by covering off... Sorry, let me restart that. We usually start streams by covering off what we're going to be doing in the stream and what we're going to be, and any sort of cut bits of news that may have come up since the last stream. However, there is no news, so I won't do that bit. That bit's boring. There is no news to report. Everything's fine. We're still working on more stuff for TerraTech. TerraTech Worlds is still a thing. It's all good. So let's talk about what we are going to be doing on this week's stream, which is... Community Core. So last week we got through about 5 of the 9 submissions that we had for TerraTech for Community Core. So this week's stream we're basically going to finish off. I think there's like 4 or 5 techs left to showcase. Tetris, I believe one of them is yours. I could be wrong, but we'll take a look at the remaining techs from Community Core. All very exciting. And going to be very fun because there's some very, very good techs. As is always the case, there's always awesome techs in Community Core. So yeah, very excited for that. Apart from that, not much else to report, to be honest. It's all quiet on the TerraTech front, really. So without further ado, shall we just get into it? I think we should. So let's just load the game. It's a black screen, but it takes a second. There we go. It takes a second for TerraTech to warm up. But we're here. So, right, without further ado, let's just load into a R&D lab and take a look at some awesome techs. The first tech that we're going to be taking a look at today is by the Discord user, The Chicken Lord, which is probably up there with one of my favorite TerraTech names. Discord names. Oh no, I've lost it. Where is it? Community Core, there we go. So this is by The Chicken Lord. And this is this is the Hovercraft of Heavy Armament, or HHA. So let's get subscribed to it on the workshop. And we'll load it in. Let's just swap right. Okay, here we go. Whoa, this thing is epic. Right. Is there... Hey, chat, I learnt this last week, in last week's stream. Power up. Skip power up. No. Oh, hang on, I've forgotten the command. It's not. It is set. Is it enable? Is it... What is it? Set fuel, that's it. So we do... No, it's set energy, yeah, that's it. Set energy. Let's just go 100. Boom. Full power. That is a game changer. Thanks, Tetris. Set energy to 100. Absolute game changer, that. Let's set that to power up instantly. I don't want force gizmos on because I'm not building anything and they seem to get in the way. I'm going to set to... No, I won't set to invincible techs. Because that would be silly. Right, well, this thing just looks epic from the get-go. I love stuff like this. I love that you've managed to sort of build a pretty cohesive unique big kind of tech that you can that you've just obviously compiled with loads of little blocks, which I realise that is the gist of TerraTech, and that is mostly what people build in TerraTech. But I don't know what words I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say that it has an identity. And it's comprised of loads, but it's comprised of loads of little different blocks, which is really hard in Terra. I find it's really one of the hardest things to build cool things like things like this in TerraTech, is because I have an idea in my head about what I want my tech to my massive builds to look like, and then I never actually, I end up just looking the same. Whereas somehow you obviously got, you've got some elbows, some corner blocks here, or shoulder blocks, whatever you want to call them. I mean, there's a lot of weaponry going on, to be fair. There's a lot of weapons, but even then, just using weapons, for example, it's still, it's still got an identity. It's still got a silhouette. That's kind of what I want to say, which I really appreciate. Who have we got in chat? There's been a few more newcomers to chat. A. Lyndon Sylvester says, "Hey, I can finally make it to a stream." Well, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Sebi's just joined in. One Goofy Idiot. That's their username. I'm not being mean. I know I have to say this every week, but I'm fear I might get cancelled if I don't qualify that. So, Matt, I got something to show you, but I'm on PS4. Oh, that's fine. Well, we're going to close submissions for this community call because this will be the last week. Otherwise, this thing could go on forever. But if you keep an eye out for the next, if you're on our Discord server, if you keep your eye out for the next community call, pardon me, that was rather rude. You can submit images, you can submit videos, whatever you've got. We will happily show those on stream. So yeah. Who else have we got? What Anik Todd said, add new quest rescue research, please. More rescue research quests. Yeah, that'd be fun. More rescue research quests would be fun. More like 0 Point Hollow, for example. That'd be awesome. Well, this thing's fun. Shall we do some damage with it? Let's go and return to the teleporter. Okay, that's one way of stopping. Let's back her up. Let's just hit the teleporter so it triggers. Come on. And then we're going to go to turret run. I think we should do a turret run. One Goofy Idiot says, okay, just call me. Okay, Goof it is. I don't think this is going to have much of a problem, but let's just see how we get on anyway. Yeah, okay, like I predicted, maybe if we dip down a little bit, just so we're not just hovering out of range of all the other stuff. Well, this is tricky, Bit of I'm just going to hold down spacebar. Yeah. Okay, so we're losing some of our power. We're taking some damage, but I still don't think that there will be enough to stop this thing. I think pretty comprehensively. Maybe set a power hover controller. Yeah, I could do that. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it, Sebi? But then again, that's not in the spirit of Community Core. That's not true, actually. I muck around with text all the time on Community Core. Yeah, I could have done that. You're right, I could have done that. But either way, it didn't really matter. Well, this thing's fun. I really like this a lot. It's a classic. It is a classic Hovercraft, really. It's quite cumbersome. It's quite heavy. It seems to handle quite slowly, but that's to be expected with Hovercraft. There's no sort of funny hoverbug shenanigans going on here. This is just as you see it, as you like it. Hovercraft-ness. Where is the community core in the Discord? So that is a good question, actually. Let me find it. So if you're on our Discord, it's under the general tab. So there's a forum, a Discord forum, where you can see community. It's just called Community Core, and in that forum I think there's 3. Some of them may not show, and actually, do you know what? It may not even show at all because they may have been a bit too old. But it'll be when there is an active community core thread, you will see it under general. But it may not be appearing right now because they're quite old, and Discord likes to hide things that are above a certain age. Oh, you've got it. Nice. But try don't. I wouldn't. If you submit something to the open thread, I might actually have to close it if it isn't already. Then we may not be able to have time to lock post. I'm going to lock the post. Sorry, if you're about to submit something, Goof. I won't be able to show it because we're going to run out of time. But for the next community call, we definitely will be able to. Hey, we have a question from Facebook, from Cobus. Says, I wish they can answer me on fixing the problem the update made. I've played this game for a long time, did the update and nothing wanted to save, and then it said corrupt and will be deleted. How can I fix this and get my stuff back? Oh, Cobus, that is a good question. Do you want to send us an email? This is probably easiest to do over email. So send us an email to help@payloadstudios.com. And we can take a look into that in a bit more detail. I remember seeing this somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it may be the same person that we'd already had that mentioned this. But yeah, pop it in an email, and we will do our best to help. Lovely. Right. So there we have it. This was from. Who was this from? Sorry. This is from, I should know the name because it was a good name. The Chicken Lord. TerraTech Game, how open are you to modded Comcore submissions? I know they can be troublesome, especially if they need to run Zero Mod Manager. Yeah, I'm not completely against the idea, and we may do one every so often, but and I may need to do a bit of prep work before the stream to make sure it all works. But yeah, I'm open to the idea. Oh, they put it in FanWorks, fine. Goofy put it in FanWorks, cool. Devon, another question on Facebook. Goodness me, Facebook is busy today. When is console getting a bigger build bar? Oh, that is a big question, Devon. So the world capacity, also known as build limit, also known as block limit, also known as all sorts of things. But the world capacity there is there to basically make sure that the game runs as smoothly as possible. Now, I talk about this a lot on stream because we get asked this quite a lot. But just to summarise, the world capacity is there to make sure that the game runs as smoothly as possible. If we were to remove the block limit entirely, or reduce it, or increase it, that will have a negative impact on the game. So things like crashes, freezes, or low frame rates, or crashes, that sort of stuff can happen if we were to do that. The reason that the block limit or the world capacity is there is to make sure that the game runs as smoothly as possible, like I already said. And this is not because we're mean developers and we like making life hard, and we want console players to have less fun than everybody else. It's genuinely because when we launched TerraTech, when we released it on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, they had criteria that we had to meet. There was a performance criteria, and if our game didn't meet that criteria, then we weren't able to release TerraTech on those platforms. So we obviously made the tough decision to add a world capacity or a way to limit what text you can build in a creative capacity, because we wanted to make sure that we could run the game as smoothly as possible. Now, I've said this before, and again, I'll say it again. If the choice were to release on console with some minor adjustments or minor changes to the PC version, or if that was option one, or if the other option is to not release it at all, we will always go with the first option because we want as many people to play TerraTech as possible, obviously. Now, again, we realise that the console version is not on complete parity with the PC version, and unfortunately, there are things that are out of our control with that kind of thing. So I hope that will make sense. I hope I've explained myself clearly enough. But yeah, that's why the world capacity probably won't be increased or removed anytime soon, if I'm being brutally honest. Unless there's a miracle in how we make TerraTech. Yeah, I hope that answers that. Cool. How about a bigger build range? What do you mean by a bigger build range? Do you mean like building as in like the physical restraints, or not physical? You know what I mean? The restraints, like I think the build limit's like 32 by 32 by 32. Is that what you mean? Devon, also, did you guys think more on my fortress idea? Oh, Devon, you might need to remind me what your fortress idea was. I can't quite remember what it is off the top of my head. Right, let's move on. I've mucked around with this one enough. Next up is KN with the Azure Moon. Have we already had KN? We may have already had one from KN. No, we haven't. No, we have not. So let's load in KN's. It's the Azure Moon. There is a video with this. However, that would require me changing my screen, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to load this in. Let's restart R&D Labs. And we can load this on. You think they mean larger than the 64 cubed build limit. Oh, okay. That's another good question, Goofy. It's a similar answer to what I mentioned before. That kind of build size limit is there for the similar reason. We're not too keen on increasing that, just because I'm saying this from having seen it firsthand. I'm not saying this as like it may happen. Like we know that it's already at its absolute limit. If we were to increase it any more, then, like I say, not bad things will happen, but no, bad things will happen. That is a safe assumption, a safe statement to make. Let's power up instantly. I don't know why that's gone off, but let's do that anyway. Oh my god, that cheat code is an absolute game changer. Devon says, basically where you build a base on top of a super rare resource deep in the ground and have to defend your fortress from techs and or local fauna. Oh, I remember. Yes. Sorry, Devon. Was that so? I mean, I remember the idea. Was it like a game as a game mode, or how do you mean? Sebi, Matt, for the set energy / full command, it's based off of a percentage value relative to 1, meaning half power would be set to 0.5 and full to 1. Huh? Matt, for the set energy / fuel command, it's based off of a percentage value relative to 1. So hang on. If I go 0.3, I'm at about 30%. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. So if I just go to 1, if I just set energy to 1, it's going to be... Oh, so I don't need to go to 100. Ha! That's good to know. Well, I mean, I'm learning this. I'm still learning things, everybody. Let us... I'll tell you what, I've reset R&D Labs. Let's take this... Oh, my goodness. Let's get that nose into the portal, and we'll take this thing to the... turret run. Everyone in chat. Turret run. Turret run. Oh, by the way, chat, I've come up with a genius idea for next week's stream. We know like tier lists are a thing, right? So some of your favorite YouTubers or streamers may do like tier lists for, I don't know, certain things. Well, we're going to do a TerraTech tier list. So next week's stream, this is not going to be a problem at all. Thanks everyone. Turret run. Turret run. I feel like we need a tougher version of the turret run. We did revise this a few years ago. We did revise a turret run when we reworked the whole... When we released Rescue Research, we revised the turret run and we tried to make it harder. But, whoa, there you go. That's made it harder. A bit of debris getting in the way. I mean, how do I even... Oh, well, that's how we do it. Fine. Let's bring it back down. Let's find that center of mass. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Fine. Yeah. So I'm going to do I'm going to get. Basically, it's a silly idea. I realise it's silly, but then again, most of my job is just silliness, which I appreciate because I'm a silly kind of guy. I'm a goofy, silly kind of guy, you know. So next week's stream, we're going to be doing a tier list. So I've built, I'll show you in a second. Actually, no, it's not on this computer. But I've built my own tier list in TerraTech. And basically each week, I'm going to go through and we're going to rate out of 5, or we're going to set a tier list between 5. We're going to start off with GSO weapons, then we're going to look at Geocorp weapons, then Venture weapons, then Hawkeye weapons, Better Future weapons, and Reticle Research weapons. And then we're going to rank them in a tier for each corporation, so that at the end we have an S tier of weapons, and then we'll do an overall weapon tier. Don't forget special fireworks. We will do that as well. That'll be like a miscellaneous category. I might even throw that in at the end of Reticle Research. Do fireworks count as weapons? Or is that what we're talking about, Sebi? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Sebi, maybe we can make world saves with our custom turret runs for you to try. That's a fun idea. If you put them on the Steam Workshop as an R&D game save, then yeah, I can definitely do that. That'd be fun. The special tab fireworks do 2,000 damage. Do they? Do you mean this one? The fireworks launcher? That's funny. Well, then in that case, yeah, I will include that. But either way, so that's kind of my fun idea for next week's stream, and also it's a good idea because it means I can do it for weeks and weeks and weeks and not run out of content ideas. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So this is what is it called? What have we called it? So this is KN on Discord. This is the Azure Moon. Oh, that's what it's called, the Azure Moon, and there's some instructions on how to fly it. But as you can see there, I'm an expert pilot, so I've obviously piloted it to perfection down the straight line turret run. But yeah, like I said earlier, with the first tech that we showed by the Chicken King, or whatever they're called, I love how, and I know this is how the blocks are designed. I know, we've put a lot of effort and a lot of thought into designing blocks so we can you're able to build cool stuff like this. But this still has, this silhouette of almost like a dreadnought kind of like Star Destroyer type. I mean, it's a triangle, but you get that. You get what I'm trying to say. It has its own, feel, its own vibe, and it's pretty cool. Oh, hey KN, welcome. Have you tried the circuits and systems function yet? Oh no, I haven't. There is circuits and systems functions. Maybe if I read the instructions, that would be useful. Let me read it. Use my custom ship control scheme. Currently no functions R&D. Altitude hold mode is toggled at the switch. Current target altitude value is displayed next to the switch. Adjust target altitude with number pad. I'm trying to figure out. I can't see any circuits and systems stuff on here, or at least in the description. Oh, okay, no, there's some in here. What does this do? Let's zoom in. Let's get a closer look. So the circuits and systems shenanigans on the top, but this is already toggled on. So what is this firing? What is this turning on? I'm waiting with bated breath for KN to let me know in chat how to use the circuits and systems stuff on this thing. I'm excited to know. Does it just control the shield bubbles? You toggle it off to activate. Oh, that of course. You toggle off to turn it on. No, I'm joking. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. So it turns off the hovers. Is that what it does? No way. Let's try that again. Let's take off. Oh, hang on. No, let's do this. Turn it back on again because I feel like the hovers were, there we go. Right, so let's fly up. Let's level her out. Ooh, that stops very abruptly. Value block next to it is a target altitude. Oh, okay. So we turn it off. We're going to float down, but then... Oh my goodness, right. It turns off anti-grav. And then we now press 5 and 2. Look at it go. So we have an adjustable. That's cool. No, it sets altitude with circuits and systems. It's basically a PID. Yeah, that's it. What does PID stand for? Let me know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me remember. PID. PID. Personal Identification Detector. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed that. No, please tell me what PID stands for, because I'm going to go crazy if I can't remember it. But yeah, you're right. It is. It's a PID. Yeah, Sebi is right. It's a PID. PID. Proportional Integral Derivative Controller. I was close. Proportional Integral Derivative Controller. Well, that's cool. I don't think I've seen this before on a tech. This is quite unique. It's very clever. Thank you so much for submitting, KN. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I mean, I could try and figure out how it works, but I'm just gonna. I'm happy to say that it uses witchcraft, and so does that number go down then? It does, right? So as you can see, the number displayed on the value displayer goes down as I put the number, as I press 2, the number will go down. Again, no idea how that's doing that. If there was someone cleverer than myself in here with me that could talk me through it. Well, I appreciate that. That was brilliant. Thank you, KN. That was really, really cool. So the Azure Moon, go check it out, everybody. Oh, hang on. There's only one left. Tetris, you're up. Goofy, if you're still in chat, was it Goofy that sent it in? Who mentioned earlier that there was a Goofy, was it you that mentioned? Yes, it was Goofy. If you're still in chat, I think we've got time to fit in your tech that you put in FanWorks. Cool. There's a video in FanWorks channel they sent. Awesome. Thank you, Sebi. Right. Before then, let's take a look at the one that we have is Tetris. Tetris, if you're here, give yourself a wave. Maybe I haven't subscribed to it. I think I have. Yeah, I have. It's called A Long Drive. It's a creative game save. I'm an idiot. Let's back her out of here. And we'll load into a creative game save. By the way, bruh. I love that that's a thing. Oh, hey Somnolence, welcome to the stream. Oh, Sebi and Somnolence, and anyone else that's really good with circuits and system stuff. I was drinking my coffee earlier at my coffee cup, or I was making my coffee. I was thinking, how possible would it be to make a Rubik's Cube thing using circuits and systems? Would that be possible? I mean, I think it would be possible, but it'd be very tricky to program, I imagine, or, you know what I mean, to like, yeah. Oh, I'm not an expert on that. Okay. Well, thanks for trying anyway, Sebi. Anyway, while you mull over that, let me look at this. So this is Tetris's creative game save. It's called A Long Drive. Drive a bus, get from point A to point R, and on your way, stop at the points. This is a game save, not a tech. I should have read that first. Shouldn't be too difficult. Also, nice mug. Awesome. Well, if someone can make a Rubik's Cube in TerraTech, that would earn them the highest of high fives. And I know I say this a lot on stream, but I'm 6'6", so I can give pretty high fives. Not to, you know, overdo it too much. Right. Let me just read this again. So, Tetros, a long drive. Drive a bus, get from point A to point R, and on your way, stop at the points. Right, so let me just check. The GSO bus stop there. There's trading stations along the way. I've got a feeling... I've just got a feeling. I've just got a feeling in my belly. Right, let's go to the first bus stop and see what the crack is there. So we're on a bus. This is Tetros's bus. It's all very dark. Hopefully you can see. So like when I say like a Rubik's Cube, I mean like the ability to move, you know, twist, not actually twist obviously, but using like the the color displays is one of the segments, and that you know what I mean. Everyone knows what a Rubik's Cube is. I'm not going to overly explain what a Rubik's Cube is or how it works, but yeah, it's some sort of representation of that, and the ability to then control which section of the Rubik's Cube moves. Is that a challenge? I feel it's a challenge, but it's a very hard challenge. So I don't want to like publicly be like, "Oh, go and do this." Well, this is fun. Why does this thing want to keep on rolling back? That's really annoying. Also, this is annoying. Why are you just rolling back? There's nothing... Stop it. So there's a magnet pulling it back or something. What's going on? There's gyros. Oh, there's some circuits and system stuff inside. What's that doing? Doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm thinking just display in colours. It's just a bit of clever circuitry and stuff. You wouldn't even need to have the circuitry inside the Rubik's Cube. You could just have wireless receivers going to the backs of each, although it wouldn't be then a complete cube. I don't know. I'll leave that to the clever people. Someone's saying there's a hidden propeller. Maybe. Well, then I would see a throttled thing on here. Okay. So Sebi is saying, yeah, the bus is meant to be just slightly annoying. It's based on an old game similar to this. Oh, okay. Any ideas what game it is? I'd be interested to find out. Okay, so we're at a bus stop. Do I drop things off? What is going on here? And then let's move on to the next bus stop, which I think is here. Oh, it's called the long drive. I'm going to do a bit of quick Google on this. The long drive. The long drive. The long drive. It's on Steam. I'm going to have a look. Wow. So the long drive is you drive an old Cadillac style car. I was looking at the trailer, by the way. And you're driving through the desert, which looks very similar to the Soul Plains. There's like a first person view. You're on a road. Let me read the description. This game looks insane. In a good way. There's no... Oh, about this game. This is a road trip game in an almost infinite random generated desert, similar to TerraTech. The focus is on freedom, driving, exploration, and immersion, and has minimal car maintenance and survival elements. Oh. There are no invisible walls or unable to jump over small fences or blinking red wrong direction signs on the HUD. The car won't need 10 to 20 litres of fuel. Oh, okay, so it's kind of a nifty little concept, really. I quite like it. It's so dark. Let me cheat and do this. Anyone remember off the top of the head what the set time? Let's set time. Let's do 12. There we go. Right, it's daytime now. Beautiful. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we could be here sometime. Maybe we don't go the whole way. This will take forever. Although there is 20 minutes left, and this is the last one, so maybe we do have time. Ingus has joined the stream. Welcome, Ingus. There's an even older version of this game too. Not sure what it was called though. The Long Drive. Well, if you're on a computer, or if you're able to Google it, give the Long Drive a look on Steam, and then let me know if you think this is a faithful recreation of said game. It's got good. To be fair, it's got good reviews. It's very positive. Out of 25,000 user reviews on Steam, it's got 91% positive, which is very impressive, actually. I think TerraTech, we're on 92% overall, which I'm quite proud of. Cool. Right. Well, while we wait for the long drive, get a nice overview of the bus there. What should we talk about? There's a mobile version. Wow, Ingus, we don't talk about the mobile version of TerraTech because that is not something like that. Actually, I don't think I'm able to talk about it, actually. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix things up. I'm just going to run off this bit of scenery here. See what happens. Yeah, we are aware that there is a mobile. Oh, okay. No, fine. Don't want to do that. I'm just going to wuss out. That wasn't fun. Yeah, no. Anyway, let's move on. What can I talk to everybody about? What fun things have we got working on at the minute? No, honestly, nothing's coming to mind. But I will say to chat, start thinking about your tier lists for TerraTech weapons, specifically GSO weapons, right? So, are we saying that the Gigaton, I wouldn't say this is like S tier. I'd say it's like A tier because it's powerful, but the fact that it's not A, you can't aim it, I think is a massive downside. It may even be B tier. The missile battery, on the other hand, that is S tier in my opinion. The missile generally in general, missiles in TerraTech are quite OP, but the missile battery definitely should deserve S tier. Gigaton is between A and B since it's on a turret but uses a large area. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it does good damage, but there's a lot of drawbacks to using it. Combat shotgun, as a minimum, and this is my own opinion, as a minimum, I think shotguns in TerraTech are a B, no, a maximum or a B tier. KN saying Big Bertha is S tier. Big gun, good noise, good design. I mean, I can't argue with that, KN. Sebi made a good point. Hang on. Wait, Big Bertha. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. Big Bertha is S tier. The Gigaton cannon is A tier. Okay, fine. Yeah, Gigaton is S. Right, good. Hey, why did the missiles get a bunch more world cap? Because missiles use a lot of resources, in like computing resources. They're quite a thirsty block. GSO shotgun would put a C at best because of mild damage, with it being utility for dealing with small techs at best and being on a swivel. That's what I'm thinking, Sebi. I think generally in TerraTech, and this is very, very harsh, but in general, just shotguns as a whole, I think should maximum be B tier because they just can't. When you stack them up against missiles and all the weapons that have got like range and homing capabilities and that sort of stuff, I just don't think shotguns can compare. Hawkeye Axis shotgun is good for multi-text though. That is true. However, I'm thinking purely for the function that purely for the function that the weapons were designed for, which is shooting things. I would say that shotguns aren't that great. Oh Lord, then please increase the venture speed missiles world cap. Like I said earlier, Goofy, the world cap isn't going to get touched. I'm just going to say that now. The world cap, we're not going to muck around with that. And block values and block, things like that are set for a reason. So, yeah, that's a no-go, I'm afraid. Seb is saying shotguns are also bugged to deal more damage at max range rather than close. Also, yeah, we need a universal shotgun buff and nerf to scrap gun, in my opinion. Ooh, controversial. A nerf to scrap gun. Well, while we discuss that, we have reached our... Why are you going backwards? I'm going to rip this thing apart and see why exactly it's going backwards. It shouldn't be doing that. We've reached our final destination. I'm yet to figure out what the purpose of this whole exercise has been, apart from giving me a chance just to drive through the salt flats and talk absolute nonsense for about 5 minutes. I appreciate it. Do we try and get to the top? This thing isn't going to get to the top of that small track. Let's get you in, Bill Beam. Let's load all this. Will this load in? Oh, it will. Huh. Alright, see you later, bus. Let's get this thing to the top. By the way, this uses modded blocks. These aren't official blocks, in case you were wondering. This was from, I think I did this in a, maybe I had this in a Steam Workshop highlights vid. Uh-oh. Let's get you over there. There we go. Right, if in doubt, just Bill beam it out. That's been my motto for my entire life. Okay, right, here we go. And then we're going to... Yeah, here we go. Just a little bit at a time. Get it nice and lined up. Oh god, are we going to go all the way up to the top? Okay, we're not actually that far. Uh-oh. Here we go. Uh-oh, no. There we go. Phew. Keep going. Bill beam. Oh, okay, we've got to make it over there. Fine. What's chat saying? Oh, hey, Sizer Q. Welcome to the stream. I just spam £3 cannons instead of using laser guns. Uh-oh, what's going on? That was weird. The game bugged out. I think you need a part. I think you need to park and use a cab or something, yeah. A cab may have been a better shout. Uh-oh. Oh, God. There we go. And then Sebi mentioned, lol, imagine falling over and just like Bill beaming in real life. Oh no, I fell over. Never mind. Oh god. Bill beam. And then, ta-da! Yay! And then, I can already tell what this thing is going to do. Ready? Yeah! Whee! Just having a little bouncy castle party on the top of this monument. Oh, fine. Awesome. Well, thank you so much to Tetros for that submission. I really, really like it. Again, not quite sure what the main objective of that was, but I had fun. So while we're here then, let's take a look at... Where are they? Goofy. Let's take a look at Goofy's submission. So they've recorded Goofy has recorded a tech that they've made. They've recorded it in vertical, which is brave. They've even added music that relates. Okay, fine. Let me try and get this on my thing. 1 second, everybody. Let me go to here. That's better. And I'm going to add. I'm not going to add anything. I'm going to delete this. Hang on 1 second. Bear with me, everybody. We'll stop when not visible, restart when visible. Okay, fine, right.
When you get to hell,
here we go.
Tell them Viper sent you.
Here. Let me zoom it down here like this. So this is Viper's video. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know if people's ears are bleeding because I might turn the volume down here a smidge. And also, I'm going to mute the music so we can all hear it. I can't even hear it actually. I can't even hear it. It's coming through OBS but not through my speakers. So hopefully you can all see what's going on here. So this is Viper from TF2. TF2 to me means Team Fortress 2. And you built this on console. On what console? I don't know. Oh, Titanfall 2, not the other TF2. Here's a fun fact. I worked on Titanfall 2. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, did it stop? Let me start that again. What did I do? What happened? Where did it go? Did it finish? It must have finished. Okay, never mind. Doesn't want to work. But yeah, fun fact. I actually worked on Titanfall 2 when I worked at EA before way back in the day, before I worked for Payload. I worked for Electronic Arts, who own Respawn, who made Titanfall 2, and I was part of the community service, or the customer service sort of / community team that worked for Titanfall 2. It was really fun. They were really cool guys. Really enjoyed working that because it was a really good game as well. That helped. Titanfall 2 was a badass game, and people enjoyed it, which is rare for EA. EA, get a lot of bad press, but that was a good game. Awesome. Right, what time does that bring us to? 10-2. I think that's going to leave it. We're going to leave it there for Community Core for this week. Thank you so much to everybody for stopping by. Oh, hang on 1 sec. Hello, Matt. First time here for me, and I have a question. I was hoping to get an answer from you. Why can't I build a tech for moving? Play controlled with an AI gun on top of it. Do you mean like a multi-tech? That is a thing. A multi-tech. If you head over to our Discord, so this is a question on YouTube. That is it's quite tricky, and it's not meant. It's the crafty and clever TerraTech players have figured out a way to implement something like that, but it's not something that was ever meant for to be kind of done in. The TerraTech wasn't built around it, so it's. Whoa, that was loud. Sorry. It is hard. But there is a whole channel, there is a whole channel on our Discord server dedicated to multi-techs and help building them and help with building them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to link you to our Discord server. Hopefully it'll link you straight to the multi-tech discussions channel. Let's drop this in here. So this, everybody look away. Don't click this link if you're not Food1994 on YouTube. This link's just for them. Obviously, I'm joking. Anyone can click that link on YouTube. But head over to our Discord server. We have a whole channel dedicated to discussions around multi-techs and the best way to build them. They are very tricky. They are quite hard. They use like explosive bolts. And even when you're using them and you're driving in a straight line, they can just pop out and it can all break and all be a bit weird. But yeah, go check that out if you haven't already. Super. Right. So yeah, tune in next week. We're going to be doing a GSO weapon tier list. all in TerraTech. Firstly, I'm excited about it, and secondly, I'm proud of myself because I'll show you all next week, but I spent ages trying to make a tier list thing on one of these tier list websites, and it wasn't going very well. And it was actually a lot easier for me to just build it in TerraTech. So yeah, come check that out, and we'll have heated debates around where each weapon ranks against other weapons. Cool. Well, thanks so much to everybody for stopping by. I've had a lovely week. I've had a lovely stream. Tune in next week, like I said. And until then, I guess, yeah, look after yourselves, look after each other, and have a great week. See ya, bye.